we are on the way to Southampton. I saw online since the start of this Henry Nowak case, which is the young white boy who was stabbed, then handcuffed, whilst bleeding out and pleading with the police for an ambulance, for letting them know he's been stabbed, but they didn't care because the accusation of racism rose above his life, basically. That's where we're at. And that is due to police training, so the more you read it, but I've seen people calling for demonstrations, calling for these different things. I've seen last night, or this morning when I woke up, there's a flash demo called for 6 PM outside the police station. I watched the video, it's horrific. Any other race, reverse them, the world's on fire. Yeah. So I'm going today to report, to show the public what's happening at the police station. This should be a moment of change to do with diversity training within police, every institution, government institution, media, everything. They're all trained to hate white people, to look for white privilege. Does Henry fucking Nowak look like he had white privilege when he's laying on that floor? Yeah, there's only one privilege, and that was for the brown person, and that is continuous in every single aspect in this institution. They're favoured in school education. Look at school education. White working class kids are failing, they're at the bottom. All the other migrant groups are excelling and doing better. They have all the support, all the money, all the funding. We're not just neglected and forgotten, we're abused as working class white people. And that's not what Henry was. The wrong colour, so he was handcuffed. Police didn't care. That is institutional racism. After Stephen Lawrence's murder, things changed, but they went full the other way. So something needs to change. So I'm just literally on the way down there now. There's quite a few lads heading down to support Henry Nowak's family, to support. But Henry could be your son, could be my son. When I watched that video, people saying, oh, the family have said, this is bigger than Henry Nowak. This is institutional racism against white people, inflicted upon the people by the police force, by the government, by their weapon. And it's fucking outrageous when you watch the video. So I'm heading down there to, just as a journalist, to report, ask people why they're there, and see what develops from it.
This statement is designed to shift the focus from political noise to the core human issue. A young man was allegedly stabbed, bleeding, and then treated like a suspect instead of a victim. Tommy Robinson frames the Henry Nowak case as more than one incident. He presents it as a symbol of public anger toward police priorities, training, and possible institutional bias. The most powerful line is, Henry could have been your son. He could have been my son, because it turns the story into something personal for every parent watching. By saying he is on his way to Southampton, he creates urgency and makes the audience feel that the situation is still unfolding in real time. The ending, let's see what happens tonight, adds tension and keeps viewers waiting for the next development.
And I just want to ask you in this room to make a bit of noise if you think that there is two-tier policing in Britain. Yeah! It's pretty resounding, isn't it? Well, does someone want to tell Keir Starmer?
Mr. Speaker, I don't believe there's two-tier policing in this country.
Does someone want to tell the head of Hampshire Police?
You know, do we have a two-tier type policing system? I would refute that. I would say absolutely not.
Well, we all know there is, and you actually only have to look at these two clips to see it. So here is that police chief, same bloke you've just seen there, apologising to Henry Nowak's family.
It's difficult footage to watch, and I really feel for the family of Henry at this time, and I understand their point of view and why they're upset with the police. We have said we are sorry for handcuffing and arresting Henry at that time.
And here he is apologising to the family of notorious gangland gunman Chris Capper, who shot a man in a nightclub before being shot himself by a police officer after trying to ram his car at him.
Firstly, I would like to offer my heartfelt condolences to the family of Chris Capper. I can't begin to imagine what they're going through at this difficult time for them as they try to come to terms with the loss of their loved one. I know there is a great deal of concern out there about this incident. The community are hurt and there is trauma.
Well, it's like night and day, isn't it? I mean, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Two very different emotional reactions there. If there is one thing to come out of Henry Nowak's unbelievably tragic death, it's that the reality of two-tier policing has been exposed beyond any doubt now. Look at this.
Every lesson will link back to cultural diversity. We'll do unconscious bias on every single topic we do. So whether it's drink driving or whether it's stop and search, it's implemented throughout the whole course.
How can you have unconscious bias when it comes to drink driving? Just think about it, seriously. What does that involve? What, you set a different limit on a breathalyzer, do you? Do you, take the knee whilst you administer the breathalyzer? What is it? How do you do Anyway, but look, and they're just saying it out loud now. I interviewed former top cop Kevin Hurley earlier this week. Some of you might have seen it, and I actually thought he was absolutely disgraceful in his reaction to the body cam footage, but he did let this slip.
It's two-tier policing in the UK without question, and the way in which police are trained and conditioned. One of your people talked about training on critical race theory. I absolutely am committed to that. You know, I worked in Brixton for years and I could see how we would back off.
Okay, so they would just back off from people in Brixton. Brixton obviously is an area with a very diverse population. So here we have police officers now refusing to take the knee for Henry Nowak. And here we have them taking the knee for Black Lives Matter. It's just simpering, isn't it, really? And now we know that every single police force in Britain has forced their police officers to do unconscious bias training, learn about microaggressions towards ethnic minorities, etc., etc., etc. Police officers themselves are now saying that they didn't actually want to do these courses and that they felt like it was too difficult for them to speak out. And this news broke just before I came on air. Some of you might have seen it. The Telegraph are reporting that a Christian police officer, who's a support officer, was suspended, ultimately left the job, after he asked questions about Islam, radical Islam, and jihad specifically, I believe, during a diversity training session that he was told would be a safe space. So he was forced to have this class. He was told it was a safe space. They asked, has anyone got any views on this? He said, oh, I just want to, learn a bit more about jihad. And they just got rid of it. It's always not a very safe space, is it then, really? I don't think. But anyway, let's see how the police force reacted to the protest outside Rochdale Police Station in the wake of that infamous Manchester Airport incident.
Yeah, go on, lad. Just watch him.
Right, at a police, literally presented themselves to a police station, throwing things at the windows. No police response there immediately. The police just didn't come out, as far as I can tell. Now, let's have a look at what happened in Southampton. Two very different racial demographics, two very different reactions. Anyone who says we don't have two-tier policing, I think, is gaslighting us.
We really just want to say thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. We also want to hear from you. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and tell us what you think about this story. Your opinion matters, and the conversation continues there. And don't forget to join our free Telegram group through the link below in the description, where we can discuss important issues more openly, share updates, and support each other as a community. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I saw your door.